Okay, so our scrolling world seems to be doing reasonable stuff. Let's say scroll, let's say another 500 this way, and we can go back that way and see what happens. Yoink. So it's changing the image. It seems to be doing kind of what we want. So now we need to add a subclass of actor that can that we can control and that works properly with the world that we have. So I'm just going to create a class called character. It's going to be our character. Oh, and I'll give him a little, make him a person. Okay, you can definitely find cooler images on the internet, but this is just for demo purposes. So let's open this up. So what do we want here? So for this guy, actually, you know what? For this guy, I'm gonna want to make different calls to the world. So I'm going to use, like basically the how they have that check key press thing in the crab. Let's see, do I have that one? In the crab scenario, let me just wait, no, you know what? I'm thinking that I know where I want to go. I want to go into the book scenarios. So in the book scenarios, there's all these little crab things, and you can find a nice check key press method that we can kind of steal from. And again, sometimes it's easier to cut and paste and make modifications. Sometimes that's a little safer. Just to avoid like typos and stuff. So I'm just going to start with this check key press here. I'm going to say copy and I'm going to paste it over into my character. Paste, okay. But what I want to do from here is I want to, instead of saying left to right from my instead of turning when I say left right, I want to scroll the world. So what I want to do actually is set myself up with a world with a scrolling world object that I can call directly. Okay, so I'm going to create my scrolling world. Let's call it world, and then when this character gets added to the world, I want it to save the world, but I want to save it so that it knows it's a scrolling world. Okay, because there is a get world that you can use in Actor, but it doesn't get you a scrolling world. It just gets you like a generic world. So let's see. So what we need to do then is there's this method called what is it called? Add Greenfoot class documentation. It's called like add to world or something like that. Let's see. Or added to world. Yeah, this guy. So when a particular, so this method is called by the Greenfoot system when this actor has been inserted into the world. The method can be overridden to implement custom behavior when the actor is inserted into the world. So that's really the point, kind of. So I'm going to copy this method signature. And so this is going to give us then a, let me insert this here. So I'm going to say insert method. And I already copied the method signature. Let's see. Paste. Okay, so what that means is that whatever I write in this method is going to be called automatically whenever this guy gets added, whenever this particular, when one instance of this character gets added to the world. Okay, this is going to be called up. So I have my world field here, and if I say, actually if I say this dot world, that refers to my scrolling world. Now see, if I just said this world equals world, I think I have a complaint here. Yeah, I have a complaint. It says incompatible types, because notice this world is of the world class. Even though world is a superclass of, so world is a superclass of scrolling world, right? But you can't directly assign a world to a scrolling world, because the compiler doesn't know that ahead of time. It doesn't know that this is always going to be that kind of a world, right? It could be a different kind of world that's not compatible. So it's not going to let you, unless you explicitly say, hey, I know this is going to be a scrolling world, so go ahead and make it a scrolling world. So this is called a cast, where you put the class name in parentheses in front of the object, and as long as it's compatible, as long as scrolling world is a child class of world, and some kind of descendant of world, then it'll work. So we hit compile. Yeah, that works. Okay. So we can just say something like when this character is added to the world, save the world as a scrolling world. So why do we do this? So now we can treat this now inside our check key press. We can treat this. We have a world object that we can treat as a scrolling world. So we can actually tell it to do our scrolling stuff for us. So let's say if is key down is left. So in that case, remember now this scroll method takes two arguments, right? It takes a change in x and a change in y. So we're going to want to do something like world dot scroll. Our change in x, if we go left, our change in x. So we want to go left -4, 0, right? Our change in y is going to be 0. Our change in x is going to be -4, because we're going to go 4 to the left. And then to go right, we want to, let's see, let me do it this way. Copy and paste. To go right, we just want to go 4, yeah? And then we want to do up and down too, probably, right? Or not. I mean, you might want to do jumping instead of scrolling up, but I'm just going to stick it in just for demo purposes, up and down. So then going up and down, there's no change in x, right? It's y that changes. So to go up, remember we go negative, and to go down we go positive. All right. So you see why I set up the scroll method the way I did, because this, to me at least, is kind of intuitive. If you wanted to, if you're going to move left, you go minus, and if you're going to move right, you go plus, and like that. So let's just see now what happens if we put a character in the world, and we hit run, and I hit my keys. Oh, I don't see anything happening. So let's see what. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot my act method. I have to say check key press in here, don't I? So copy and paste, compile. Oh, semicolon. Alright, so let's try again. So I'm going to say new character, go here, go run, and hey, look at that. Okay, we're scrolling around. Okay, and then you can go in and, you know, set up your scrolling world, make sure that you have an object in the world. So you might want to, after you do your initial, you know, in your constructor, after you render the background, you could do like add object, new character. Let's put it at like 100, 275 in that corner. Okay. And I got these numbers because I just by placing this guy. Can I? Oh, can I? No. Just by placing this guy and inspecting, that's around, I don't know, that's around where I want to put it. So, all right, so if I hit compile now, yeah, so there's my guy. So, so that's the basics, and then, you know, hopefully, you know, that's at least something you can use for a start of what you want to do. And if there's other things you want to do with it, then we'll, you know, let me know and we'll figure out next steps.